marching in the line. Yippee-ki-yi-o, get along, little donkeys. You know that Wyoming will be your new home.
Life on the Red Horse Ranch.
Dad Carter has told the boys of the Red Horse outfit that his sale of the Red Horse herd will pull the ranch through for another year. Neither Rose or Mr. Carter have been told that Alabam thinks there's oil on the ranch. Also, the boys are at a loss to know why Alabam is keeping such a close eye on his horse Red. The boys, with the exception of Alabam, are all in the bunkhouse singing.
Covered bridge across the old mill stream, covered with memories for me, It was there in my childhood I used to dream that my bridge was a ship for at sea. With my sweetheart holding hands, I'd sail to far-off lands. But now that she has gone, no one understands. Just the old covered bridge across the old mill stream, covered with memories for me, memories for
Hey, get back out of that bunk, Cheyenne. We can't sing without a bass.
Oh, I can sing over here. You got that?
No, you will be sound asleep. Come on, let's sing some more. We ain't had a chance like this in a long time.
Let's sing something like Rocky Mountain Road.
There he goes, boys. Wants us to do his serenading for him.
Hey, Tenderfoot, that's an idea. You got your cap set for Rose, ain't you?
I don't know what makes you think that.
Well, I reckon I'll start courting Rose, long as Tenderfoot ain't interested.
Well, Rose, sure, she's a swell girl, but of course I like her. Only trouble is, whenever I get with her, I can't think of a thing to say.
Hey, Arizona, you're quite a man with the gals. Tell Tenderfoot how to handle them.
Huh?
Well, I tells you how I gets 'em. I sings to 'em. Listen to this. I've got no use for the women.
The last time you tried that, Arizona, you stampeded a whole herd of cattle.
That might be all right for you, Arizona, but I'm no good at singing.
I reckon you ain't no good with Miss Rose, then.
No.
Now, old Tex Owens here, he's liable to grab her off any minute with one of them sentimental ballads.
Yeah.
Don't let him joke you, Tenderfoot. But here's a song I bet she'd like to hear you sing.
Let's hear it, Dick.
They were standing by a window as the night wind kissed her cheek. On he waited long in silence, waited long for her to speak. Dear, at last she murmured sadly as she raised her tear-filled eyes, with a look so full of anguish that it filled him with surprise. I have summoned you, my darling, so that I may tell you all. Dear, our vows by angels written are forever past recall. For they say you love another, that you never did love me. If those cruel words are true, dear, I'll forever set you free.
There you are, Tenderfoot.
Yeah.
If you sung to her like that, I think she'd jump clean over a haystack.
Say, boys, where's Alabam?
Alabam?
Ain't up at the ranch house, is he?
Do you know Tenderfoot?
Yes, he's down in the corral keeping his eye on Red. We're gonna try and follow him if he gets out again tonight.
Sure enough?
Yeah.
Say, I'll be as glad to find out where that horse has been going to as Alabam will.
Well, he don't figure on sitting down there watching that horse all night, does he?
Well, no, he and I are taking turns. It ought to be my shift before long.
I wouldn't say this to stop you, Tenderfoot, but I'm darned if I'd lose a night's sleep to follow any horse, as long as it come back.
Well, Alabam says there's something about the horse that makes him think there's oil to be found on the ranch, you know.
Yeah, but that don't make sense.
No.
Well, Cheyenne, how about another game of dominoes before we hit the bunk?
Well, I won't be able to think none with Arizona disturbing the peace, but, well, let's go. Shuffle 'em up.
I'll help you.
Here comes Alabam, Tenderfoot. I reckon it's your turn to go watch that horse.
Yeah, he ain't made no move to leave the corral yet,
Yeah?
but he's liable to try it any time.
Well, I'll get out there as quick as I can.
You keep watching him now till the moon gets up over the ranch house, and then get me up.
Yeah.
I'll watch him from then on.
All right, Alabam.
And Tenderfoot,
Yeah?
if Red does jump that fence, don't waste any time letting me know.
I won't.
We'll have a hard enough time trailing him in the dark.
Yeah, well, that moon will make it pretty light before long. Night, boys.
So long.
Figure you'll find out anything worth knowing by following that horse, Alabam?
Well, that's something I ain't right sure about, Idaho.
But how could that horse have anything to do with oil in this country?
Something that might surprise all of you longhorns. Oh, hey, Tex, move your feet.
What makes you so wore out you can't step over them?
Well, I can see now why you did so good at riding them broncos yesterday. With a foot like yours on each side of the saddle, they just naturally weigh you down.
Say, Alabam.
Yeah.
Tenderfoot was telling us about your ride over to Roaring River today. Says you saw Dawson's kid over at the sheriff's office.
I reckon that's right. The little boy's an orphan now. It would have to be his dad that stopped the lead.
Yeah, too bad he ain't been did away with long ago. Rustling ain't all he's noted for.
That's right. Figure Dawson's got credit for leading the Three Oaks bank robbery a couple of months ago.
Yeah. Say, come to think of it, have they ever uncovered any money out of Dawson's old hangout?
No, like as not, some of the rest of his gang took it, if he ever had any.
Alabam,
Yeah?
you're not really set on bringing that kid here, are you?
Well, don't trouble yourself none, Cheyenne. Say, I thought you fellas was getting to work on some new tunes for this shindig Dad Carter's gonna throw.
Oh, you're just in time, Alabam. We want to try over that Arkansas mule song.
Well, say, that strikes me all right. Gather around me, boys, and give me a chord and C. I claims I I'm a rider and one of the best. I've rode bucking horses from the east to the west. Thought there was no outlaw that I couldn't fool, till I got piled up by that Arkansas mule. The wild Texas ponies I surely did pan. I rode everything in that old Lone Star land. Then across the prairies to the Arkansas hills, and I tackled old Lightning and I nearly got killed.
Oh, that Arkansas mule. Oh, that Arkansas mule.
He says a cayuse that's never been rode. The guy that gets on him is bound to be throwed.
Rode off that Arkansas mule.
Well, the first thing he done was to stand on his head. Then he falls over sideways just like he was dead. Then he goes in the air, then he lets out a squeal. Comes down again, then he turns a cartwheel. Well, I thinks I'm a riding till he lets out that squeal. And down goes my head and up comes my heels. Then it starts to whirling and it spins like a top. Then I lands in the middle of 6 million rocks. When I climbs up again and it's just about the same. He goes up in the air and comes down with a bang. He goes hee-haw and turns a flip-flop. Then I lands on the bottom with him on the top. You can call me a liar or just a darn fool when I say I got throwed by that Arkansas mule. But I tell you this, mister, I'm not going to fool with them little old devils called the Arkansas mules.
Oh, that Arkansas mule. Oh, that Arkansas mule.
That sun-fishing critter's worth leaving alone, as nary a buster from Texas to Nome
Could ride that Arkansas mule.
Well, I guess I'll go to have to learn the words of that a little better if we expect to sing it up at the house.
Alabam, the
Yeah?
horse has jumped the corral fence. Let's go.
Well, I'll be right with you, Tenderfoot.
Better get back in before...
He's headed west, along the creek. Come on.
All right, you ride Pinto and I'll take Blackie.
They're all saddled, ready.
Well, it's a good thing it's a full moon tonight. If Red hadn't gone too far already, why...
I came after you the minute he jumped the corral fence. Here's Pinto and Blackie.
All right, let's try. Get up, Blackie.
Get up.
See Red yet, Tenderfoot?
There he goes, along the hill there. See?
Yeah, that's him, all right. I'd know that ride and toss of his head anywhere.
We'll have to ride hard to ever follow him. Look at him go.
Look at him prance along that ridge there. Ain't that a wild beauty? You'd think he had wings.
Well, that wonderful roan horse has become quite a mystery, hasn't he? We'll certainly want to know what Alabam and Tenderfoot discover by following Red into the hills. Be sure to tune in when the Red Horse Ranch is again on the air.
Thank you.